quotient rule. The formula of the quotient rule will be, for example, we have fx divided by gx. If you want to form the formula of derivative of quotient rule will be derivative of fx, I will multiply gx. Let me say gx is a times here minus derivative of gx times fx. This one divided by 2 the denominator, gx but square. Don't forget the square. I want to show you some examples. For example, we have this derivative. We have 1 divided by x plus 2. We want to get the derivative of this function. For example, first of all, I'm going to say this one, the numerator, I'm going to say fx, and this one I'm going to say gx. According to my formula, we have derivative of fx and derivative of gx, but gx and fx we have in the formula. There's no problem. We just take 1 and x plus 2. If I want the derivative of fx, derivative of x will be derivative of 1 will be 0, and derivative of gx will be gx. Gx will be derivative of x plus 2. 2x, derivative of x will be what? 1. But the derivative of 2, which is constant, we have a 0. We don't write 0 so that I can replace. Now I have everything so that I can replace everything. Fx, derivative of fx, now we have 0. So 0 times derivative of x plus 2, which is gx here, according to our formula. This will be x plus 2. Minus, according to my formula, we have minus here. I put that minus. Derivative of gx will be what? 1. Then times fx. Fx we have what? 1. Then times another 1. Divided by derivative of gx square. Gx we have x plus 2. Is square. 0 times x plus 2 will be 0. Will be 0 minus 1 times 1 minus 1 divided by x plus 2 is equal to negative 1 divided by x plus 2 square. Sorry, this one is square. We have also square here. This is the derivative of y. That's how we solve. Thank you very much for this question. I will solve others. Another one, we have y is equal to x divided by x minus 1. The formula that was y prime is equal to fx times gx minus derivative gx times fx divided by gx square. I mean gx square. We don't have this one. It's not derivative, sorry. Just we have square. Just I want to prepare the derivatives of fx and gx. Which one gx? Depending on you, let me take this one fx, and the lower one, let me take gx. The derivative of fx will be x1, and the derivative of gx will be 1 also, because derivative of 1 is 0, derivative of x will be 1. So that I can replace here. we have derivative according to formula. We have derivative of fx, which means 1 times gx. Gx, we have x minus 1 times x minus 1. Then we have minus here. Derivative of gx will be 1 also times the derivative of fx, which is x, divided by gx square. Gx, we have x minus 1 square. This means 1 times x minus 1 will be x minus 1. Then again, we have negative 1 times x. We have negative x divided by x minus 1 square. Okay, let me write here y is equal to this one, y prime. Okay, x minus 1, x minus x positive, and x minus will cancel each other, will be y prime is equal to negative 1 divided by x minus 1 square. This is our final answer. Thank you very much for this. Let me do another one. Y is equal to x cubed plus 7 divided by x. Let me write the formula of quotient rule. This will be fx gx minus derivative of gx times fx divided by gx square. Once you remember this formula, you are done. Let me take this one, fx, and this one, let me take gx. First of all, I will prepare the derivative of fx, derivative of gx. This one means the derivative of this one will be constant, will be 0, will be 3x squared. This 3 I will put here, then I subtract 1, you know. This one will be 1, this one. Gx will be 1, because since 1, the power is 1. Once the power is 1, it's 1. Now, I prepare everything. I can replace y prime is equal to the derivative of x. We have 3x squared times, I will multiply gx, we have x minus the derivative of gx will be 1 times fx, which is x cubed plus 7. Then divide by gx square. Gx, so x square, x is square. Let me say this one I'm going to multiply inside will be 3x cubed minus x cubed minus 7 divided by x square. If I go ahead, this one will be subtracted, will be 3x cubed minus x cubed, because I like terms, will be 2x cubed minus 7 divided by x square. This one I can go ahead say, this one I can, somebody can live like this, is also correct. X cubed divided by, let me distribute the denominator, minus 7 divided by x square. X square and x cubed, 1 will cancel with 2, will cancel with this one. Here will remain x, and here will be 7 divided by x square. This one will be y prime. This is our final answer. Let me do another one. Another example, for example, y is equal to 4 divided by t square. Now I will differentiate according to t. Let me say the upper one, fx, and lower one, let me say gx. The derivative of fx will be, since 4 is constant, will be 0, and gx, let me say this one, because we have tt, let me say t here, and also let me say according to t. Okay, this one, the derivative of this one will be 2t. So Let me also write the formula will be derivative of, let me say, ft times derivative of gt minus derivative of gt times derivative of ft divided by gt square. So this one, derivative of ft will be 0 times t square minus derivative of this one will be 2t times 4 divided by t square square. This means will be 0. Here will be 0. 0 minus the 2 times 4 multiplication. 2t times 4 will be 8t divided by this one will negative 8t divided by t. 1t up and 1t down will cancel each other. Negative 8 divided by t cubed. This is our final answer. I hope we did very nice calculation. Let me do another one from here. Y is equal to x power 4 divided by 2. This one I can do, let me say fx, and here let me say gx. Okay. The derivative of fx will be this one. When this 4 will come here and you subtract the power from 1. 4 minus 1 yani 4x cubed, and gx will be 0 because constant. So let me do again. Okay, derivative of this one, you remember 4x cubed times gx minus 0 times x power 4 divided by this one gx. This means will be 8x cubed minus 0 divided by 4. This means 8x cubed divided by 4 will be 2x cubed. And this one is our final answer. This one I can write y prime is equal to 2x cubed. Another example, y is equal to, let me separate, y is equal to 5x plus 1 divided by 2 root of x. First of all, the first one I will say gx, fx, let me say, and here let me say gx. Let me say fx, the derivative of fx will be here will be 0 because constant, here will be 5 because we have our 1, and here the most complicated is what is this one. You remember y is equal to root of x. When you want to derive this one was, we have learned another video where we have said if you want to differentiate this one will be something like 1/2 root of x. This one will be like this one. If you don't know, I'm going to differentiate this one. Root of x will be x power a half. If you want to differentiate this one will be, this a half will come here, will be a half x. Then this a half minus 1 will be a half. This one is equal to minus a half. A half minus 1 will be negative a half. We don't want this negative will bring down, will be 1 divided by 2 root of this one, a half, x power half means root, and negative we don't need. Okay, this one, how we do is like that, but there's another 2 here. The derivative of maybe of will be 1 over 2 root of 2. This is how we do, but we need 2 times this one. We multiply this one times 2. If we want the derivative of that one, will be times 2. Will be, this 2 will come here, will be 2 divided by over 2 root of x square. So x square, this 2 will cancel with this 2, will be 1 here, will be 1 divided by root of, no, this one is not square, my friend. This is not square, it's x. This one is x, and this one also is x. Thank you very much. This one, I did mistake here, will be x square. Okay, this one will be x. So gx, f of gx will be 1 divided by root of x. Okay, let me clear here. Let me clear from here. Okay, let us do like this. The formula was of quotient rule was y prime is equal to fx prime gx minus f of gx times fx divided by gx square. This means the derivative of fx we have 5 times gx we have 2 root x, 2 root of x minus derivative of gx where I got 1 over root of x times fx. Fx I was having fx 5x plus 1 I mean divided by 2 root of x but square. This means 5 times this one, I'm going to get 10 root of x minus this one will be 5x plus 1 divided by root of x divided by this one root and square will cancel each other. Here will be 4 will be 4x. Okay, we have this one. This is how we differentiate this one. But let us continue from here. Let me also wrap here from this side so that I also do this one. If you can leave the way you see now. Now, this one I'm going to write this side. So there will be 10 root of x minus 5x plus 1 divided by root x divided by 4x. I've written same thing so that I can separate this one. How will I separate? It will be 10 root of x divided by 4x minus again 5x plus 1 divided by this one multiplication to each other, my friend, will be 4x times root of x. Okay, 10 divided by 5 will be and divide by 2 will be 5 over 2. This, how am I going to do this one? A half, x power half minus x. The lower I'm going to get root of x. Root of x. Because half will cancel with this one. Then minus this one I will attach to each other. Will be a half, x power half plus 1 will be 5x plus 1 divided by 4. Here there's a 1 and here there's 1 over 2. X power half, I can write this one. So that I will get x power